couple of skiffs ahead, dead ahead.
Another American-flagged ship has been attacked by Somali pirates. The ship's owner
More
said
trouble
vessel
on the
was
open sea. Somali pirates hijacked another vessel last
Overpowered by armed pirates, Salim surrendered.
Somalia's pirates are well armed and determined.
He and his crew spent the next 20 months living in difficult
Four
raw
other ships were
conditions.
hijacked Tuesday, 60 hostages taken in all.
In a single year, when piracy was at its height in 2010, over 4,000 seafarers were attacked and more than 1,000 were held hostage. The Somali piracy business model of hijacking vessels and holding crews for ransom has disrupted shipping patterns, cost billions of dollars in mitigation efforts, and taken a severe toll on seafarers. But as piracy waned over the past few years, the international community's commitments to combat piracy have begun to diminish. A series of attacks on regional dhows in 2015 may serve as an indication that we could be resetting the stage for piracy's return. Looking back, as piracy escalated between 2007 and 2009, shipping adapted by shifting transits away from the Somali coast. By 2009, the traditional shipping lane along the East African coast through the Mozambique Channel had disappeared. This continued for the next several years, but as piracy declined due to efforts from the international community, ships began to shift back towards the coastline. By 2015, the traditional pre-piracy route was back in use along the coast of East Africa. In addition, the rate of vessels using private security and other measures dropped significantly throughout the course of the year. This decline was most pronounced in the fourth quarter when the size of the high-risk area was reduced. The deployment of naval vessels dedicated to counter-piracy operations decreased as well. However, in 2015, at least 9 merchant vessels, 5 dhows, and 1 fishing vessel reported being approached or attacked by Somali pirates. The 5 dhows were all successfully hijacked by pirates. In November, it was reported that the MV Muhammadi had been hijacked, and the nearby FV Mook Andaman 028 was reportedly attacked as well. These attacks occurred well within the newly re-established shipping lane. While several regional Somali coast guards possess a minimal operative capacity, they are unable to patrol the Somali EEZ or mount an effective response to an attack outside their operational range. The international community's efforts to combat piracy have diminished, and recently there have been successful attacks on dhows. These may serve as vital early warning signs that the stage is being reset for Somali piracy to return.
The pirate-infested waters of the Indian Ocean. 275 miles off the coast of Somalia, aboard the Maersk, Alabama. Captain Richard Phillips and chief mate Shane Murphy notice an alarming blip on the radar.
Right away, that raises the hair on the back of your neck. Right around sunrise and sunset, that's when 70% of the attacks have occurred. I caught a flash on the radar of just a tiny blip. I went to the bridge wings to try and see it visually, and I still couldn't see it.
Then, on the horizon,
we were able to finally spot it visually, and it was tough to make out. It was just as the sun's coming up, the lighting's not so good.
the pirates are coming on fast.
Of course, all we can see is a boat. Even with binoculars, you can't focus on who's in it, what's in it. He's bouncing, he's hitting waves.
The vessel was closing fast, very fast, faster than anything we've ever seen in that area in the last couple of years.
In seconds, the pirate boat is nearing the danger zone.
All captains set a perimeter out there. When a vessel gets within that, we take action, and they'd cross that magical line, and he sounded the general alarm to bring everybody to their piracy station.
The boat is inside the 1-mile perimeter and approaching fast. The vessel zooms past the Maersk, then doubles back to pull along the left side of the ship and match its speed.
And it was just a real helpless feeling, because you're just watching this boat coming at you, and it's closing at a phenomenal rate. So that inevitability sinks in that this is going to happen.
The Maersk's deck is low to the water, just 20 feet, making it easy for the pirates to throw up a grappling hook. In just 5 minutes, the pirates are climbing aboard the Maersk.
The alarm started sounding. It's like kickoff at the Super Bowl. I was just yelling through the passageways, telling everybody, this is it, this is real, they're coming.
I could start hearing the captain over the PA saying that we have pirates alongside, shots have been fired.
I heard bullets pinging off the outside of the house.
Once I heard that, I knew we were in trouble.
I was somewhere between fear, panic, and anticipation, the adrenaline rush.
It was almost surreal, the real case scenario, and we were living it.
10 minutes after the radar blip,
I heard over the PA that pirates are aboard the ship. They are aboard this ship.
Two pirates are now on the main deck, spraying bullets wildly into the air. Following security protocol, Third Mate Colin Wright is on the bridge calling an anti-piracy command center in the UK.
This is Whiskey Delta Bravo 9985. This is the Maersk, Alabama.
I tell the man on the phone, we've just been boarded by pirates. He said, oh,
Seconds later, a sailor's worst nightmare.
New action! Get off the ship! Get off the ship! Get off the ship! Get off the ship! Get off the ship now! Get it off now!
Wright, Captain Phillips, and crew member ATM Reza are eye to eye with two frantic gunmen wielding AK-47s, the pirates' tools of the trade.
you just know that when you got gunmen that are holding automatic weapons on you, it's just a matter of a little bit of pressure on their trigger finger to start shooting people.
Get off the ship! What is that noise? Get off the ship! Get off the ship now!
I thought it was very possible that Captain Phillips could have been shot on the bridge.
That's when the level of tension really increased and people were really realizing what kind of situation we're in.
The pirates ordered the captain to stop the ship so two other hijackers can come aboard in the choppy seas. With 4 pirates now aboard, their first order of business is finding out where the Maersk is from.
Captain Phillips told them it's a USA vessel, and once they found out it was a US flag vessel, they all celebrated. They were so excited to find out that they had gotten a USA ship.
Each American life means an even bigger payday. They've hit the lottery.
The next order was to bring the entire crew to the bridge.
Call your crew. Bring your crew here now.
He wants everybody here now. And he says, if that doesn't happen, boom. He said, my friend wants to start shooting. And he's told the captain, you've got 2 minutes to have the crew.
This is the captain. I need all crew on the bridge. I need all crew on the bridge immediately. Do you understand?
But the crew doesn't come.
We knew that it was just a delaying tactic, because not one time did he give the all-clear password that we'd established.
But how long could they delay?
Do you understand? I need all crew on the bridge. This is urgent.
And then it got down to a minute, and nobody had come. And I'm thinking, when he starts shooting, he's going to shoot me. It got down to 30 seconds. And it's really sweating time.
Time runs out. Still, no sign of the crew. The pirates' bluff has been called. And they don't shoot.
At this point, I know that I'm in a bad spot anyway. At the best, I could be spending a couple of months in Somalia, hoping that the shipping company will pay a ransom for us. At the worst, I could be killed.
500 miles to the east, the destroyer USS Bainbridge gets a simple yet puzzling command. Turn around and head east as fast as possible.
Not a drill. This is not a drill.
4 armed pirates have stormed the Maersk, Alabama, off the coast of Somalia. They hold Captain Richard Phillips and 2 crew members at gunpoint on the bridge. Their lives in the hands of violent, agitated gunmen. But the remaining crew put a plan in place. Following training procedure, most of them head deep into the belly of the ship. Here, a safe room offers protection from the pirates. Also, below deck, a secret weapon. There's a set of alternate controls which engineer Mike Perry deploys, giving him command of the ship.
Instantly, I took control away from the bridge for the main engines and called my first engineer to take control of the steering.
Perry launches an ingenious counterattack.
And I ordered the first engineer to keep swinging the rudder, port to starboard, to try to swamp their boat.
Wagging the stern creates an undertow, sucking the pirates' boat underwater. Now, the pirates have no ride home. While 14 crew members remain in the safe room, 2 creep outside, ready to fight back.
I would either die fighting, or I would end my life at my own hand before I would allow myself to be captured.
Shane Murphy is perched inside the crane control room with a bird's eye view of the bridge and the pirates.
You know, I've always tried to be a man of action. I've always tried to have a plan, and immediately started to enact that plan.
In the engine room, Chief Engineer Mike Perry stays at the controls. To win this battle, he needs to confuse the enemy.
So I turned the whole ship black. I wasn't going to sink the ship, but I was not going to let them be able to use it in any way.
We never surrendered the control of the ship. The lights went out on our call, not theirs.
Of course, once they turn everything black, the emergency generator starts, brings on emergency lighting, which say every 4th or 5th light's on. I didn't even want them to have that.
But there's a problem. Mike needs to kill the emergency generator, but it's on the main deck, in full view of the pirates.
In my mentality, these people are gunmen. They will kill somebody.
Українського капітана звільнено з піратського полону в Нігерії. Стан здоров'я нашого співвітчизника.
Piracy on the high seas seems to be a booming criminal business, especially in the area off Nigeria.
On February 3rd, 2015, Maltese-flagged supertanker MT Calamos was attacked by Nigerian pirates while anchored in territorial waters near an oil terminal off the coast of Nigeria. During the attack, one of the Calamos' officers was shot and killed. 3 other crew members were kidnapped and taken inland, where they were held for ransom for 3 weeks. The Calamos incident was one of 54 total piracy incidents that occurred in the Gulf of Guinea in 2015. Its 25 crew members represent a small fraction of the 1,225 total seafarers subjected to incidents of piracy throughout the year. To date, not a single perpetrator has been prosecuted for these crimes. Despite recent efforts by coastal states in the Gulf of Guinea to increase their naval capacity, resulting in a few high-profile arrests, they have failed to establish effective systems for prosecution. As in the case of the MT Calamos, this allows criminals to go free even after incidents of extreme violence. This lack of legal follow-through allows pirates in the region to act with impunity and limits incentive for industry to report incidents that occur. According to the International Maritime Bureau, up to 70% of piracy incidents in the Gulf of Guinea go unreported. Even with the limited progress that has been made toward combating piracy in the region, there is still no justice for the seafarers who have fallen victim to pirates. Without effective legal mechanisms to bring maritime criminals to trial, piracy will continue to fester in West Africa.
Fleetwood, but this is not the Irish Sea.
Now, to the first of those stories, and pirates are back on the high seas, and they're nowhere near as charming as Johnny Depp or Errol Flynn, of course, as we speak. It is estimated that 9 ships and nearly 250 people are being held hostage by pirates.
The Gulf of Aden has become particularly dangerous, but could a college on the Lancashire coast be helping to make the shipping world a safer place? Stuart Flinders has been finding out.
RPG, get now, Captain.
A rocket-propelled grenade has been fired at a cargo ship in the Gulf of Aden. Time to call for the Royal Navy.
Coalition warship Liverpool, Coalition warship Liverpool. This is MT Fleetwood, over.
This is an exercise at the Blackpool and Fylde College, but it's not a game. Lee Barmforth has actually been on board a cargo vessel when it came under attack from pirates.
The cargo was 500 metric tons of explosives. On that particular occasion, we had a coalition helicopter above the vessel within probably about 18 minutes.
And did that frighten them off?
It did frighten them off.
The simulator shows the pirates closing in.
The timing of the course couldn't be better. Only this week, the Prime Minister has announced that vessels flying the British flag are to be allowed to have armed security on board for the first time.
This is how the Dutch Navy rescued one ship hijacked by pirates. Nearly 500 vessels were targeted last year, with Somali pirates off the Gulf of Aden a particular concern. This course will help protect crews from all over the world.
Our intention with this course is to make sure that the people that are out there doing this job, the Sea Marshal's job, the protection of the vessels, are fully aware of their own safety, the crew's safety, the necessity for formalised procedures.
They're aborting the attack. OK, Captain. Can you stand up now? OK.
A helicopter from a nearby warship has come to the rescue. Pirates are in retreat. This Lancashire college hopes to provide happy endings in real life too. Stuart Flinders, BBC Northwest Tonight.
We drink and we pillage and we do what we please. We get all that we want for free. We'll kick your ass and rape your lass. Somalian pirates we. So with the yo-ho-ho.
Yo-ho-ho.
And with the yee-hee-hee.
Yee-hee-hee.
We take to the African Sea. We'll brave the squalls and bust your balls. Somalian pirates we.
Somalian pirates we.
We left our homes and we left our mothers to go on a pillaging spree. We'll cut off your ears and break your toes and make you drink our pee. And if you sail into our waters, you best hear this decree. We'll take your boat, set your ass afloat.
Somalian pirate we.
Nice, with the yo-ho-ho, yo-ho-ho, and a tricky laddie-doo.
Tricky laddie-doo.
We'll shoot you in the face with glee. Okay, let's stop there for a minute. Remember on trick-a-lottie-doo, that's a lottie-doo? Okay, really need you guys to enunciate the lottie. So let's go from bar 14. We'll pick up after the quarter rest. Ike?
Somalian pirates we.
Better! With the yo-ho-ho, yo-ho-ho, and a tricky laddie-doo.
Tricky laddie-doo.
We'll shoot you in the face with glee. Then we'll cut off your cock and feed it to a croc.
Somalian pirates leave.
Somalian pirates